Okay. So today is the new topic. This is critical radius of insulation or critical thickness of insulation. Basically, we add insulation to prevent the heat flow. Okay. So what is the first definition? What are the different types of insulation? So basically, the insulation is a material which retards the heat flow in response to every need is known as insulation. And basically, there will be two purpose we add the insulation. One is that it prevents the heat flow from the system to the surrounding, and another one it prevents the heat flow from surrounding the system. And why we use the applications? So different field we can apply the insulation. First is the boiler and steam pipe. In thermal power plant, basically steam flow through from the boiler to the turbine by through a steam pipe. So this pipe is oily insulated because this is heated approximately temperature 300 500 degrees centigrade, the temperature of the stick 500 600 degrees centigrade. So if we do not cover the insulation properly, so what will happen when the steam will be flow from boiler to the turbine, it will be basically the heat will be lost from steam to the ambient. Okay. So to prevent this loss, we can apply the insulation over the pipe. Next one, the air conditioning system. If you see the air conditioning system in your home or any other system, from the compressor to the home, so you see the pipe will be oil insulated. Okay. And some were used for food preserving steam and refrigerator, insulating brick, various type of furnace, and preserving liquid gases. In nitrogen, when we insulate nitrogen, liquid nitrogen we store, you have to require proper preservation. Okay. So these are the basic utilization of insulation. Basically, insulation prevent the heat loss from system to the surrounding or surrounding to the system. Okay. So what are the factor affecting thermal conductivity? So some of the important factor which affect the thermal conductivity. First one is the temperature. So you see previously temperature is very important role for thermal conductivity. And generally, if we increase temperature, K will be increases. Okay. For the most of the insulating material. Then density. Basically, in density, there will be no relation between thermal and density, and that is basically the common understanding that high density insulating material will have higher thermal conductivity. It is not always true. Okay. Then direction of the heat flow. For most of the insulating material, the effect of direction of heat flow on the value of K is negligible. Some like wood or any other material, in some case, the direction of the flow is negligible for that. Then moisture. Basically, it is difficult to find the effect of moisture on the K in different insulating material. Okay. Then air pressure, it is found that if the K increases or decreases with decreasing pressure, and if it increases, K also increases pressure. And convection insulator, the value of K increases due to the phenomena convection in insulator. So these are the basic criteria for the K effect of K in insulating material. Okay. Now we go to the critical radius of insulation or critical thickness of insulation. So now basically this critical radius of insulation or critical thickness of insulation is applied for the cylindrical and spherical object. So it is happen that suppose this is your pipe where the steam will be the flow. Okay. So this is a pipe where steam will be the flow. So it is happen that now you add insulation over this pipe. Now it will happen that when you increasing the thickness of the insulation, you see that heat transfer increases instead of decrease up to a certain thickness or 1000 radius. Okay. So what will happen? There will be a pipe flow, heat transfer through a pipe. There will be steam flow through a pipe, and above the pipe you add insulation. But you expect what you expect that if we add insulation, your heat transfer current decreases because your K is very very less. But you see, up to the certain radius or certain thickness, if you add insulation, your heat transfer increases. So up to this, after that in thickness, you see again heat transfer decrease. So first heat transfer increase up to this thickness, then again decrease. So up to this thickness is called critical radius of insulation or critical thickness of insulation. Suppose this is your pipe So critical radius means from the center point, this radius will be critical radius, and thickness will be from R1 minus R2, is this thickness. Okay. So what is the reason behind this? You see, we know for a thermal conductivity, Q equals to basically K A into delta T, basically if we write T1 minus T2, T1 minus T2 divided by, so best way you can write U equals for cylindrical surface, this is T1 minus T2 divided by resistance. Okay. And for cylindrical surface, what is the outer heat transfer? H into area, contact surface area, outer area, into temperature T1 minus T2. Okay. Now you see, in this R term, R basically for this cylindrical object, R equals to ln R2 by R1 divided by twice by K into E. Now you see, suppose this is your surface. Okay. So for this surface, you see, you add insulation. So K basically less. Okay, for insulating material over the surface. So your K will be less. So what will happen? This K will be term will be upper term. So if for a particular figure, suppose here temperature T1 and outside temperature T2. So T1, T2 constant. You add insulation. So for a particular insulation, your L is also constant for a pipe. Only difference is K. Initially, you do not add insulation, there will be K value. So when you add insulation, your K will be minimum. So what will happen? This Q conduction temperature decreases. Clear? Okay. And where Q equals to HA T1 minus T2. Here T1 minus T2 constant, A is constant, only H. So only H is constant because there will be airflow or any other fluid flow. Only the difference is A. But for if A will be increases, suppose you add insulation, so what will be radius will be increases. If you add more thickness, so radius will be increases generally. So what will happen? Your Q will be increased. So what will happen? Your conduction resistance will be increases. So your means outer surface area, means outer exposed area to the insulator will be decreases for the conduction. But for convection, your your area will be increases, so convection will be increasing. So these two opposite effect lead to the optimum insulation. So initially क्या होगा? देखो, first you add suppose 1 millimeter thickness of the insulation. So what will happen? Some amount drop down of the Q, but your Q convection will be increases. So, but this amount of the Q will be less, but Q convection will be more. So then you again thickness again increases. So your resistance will be more increased. So Q less again and Q more increases. But what will happen? If your thickness will be more, if K will be very less, so what will happen? The Q transfer from this surface to this surface is very negligible. So what will happen? It will be not opposite because after the conduction, convection. So after the main purpose is conduction, then convection. Clear? Why is critical? So means when you apply the insulation on any pipe or any spherical surface, first remember one thing: you have to add the insulation above the critical radius or critical thickness of the insulation. Clear? If you have any doubt, you can ask me. If you have any doubt, you can ask me.
ক্রিটিক্যাল রেডিয়াসের কম থাকলে স্যার কনভেকশন বেশি হবে আর কন্ডাকশনটা কম হবে।
Initially, what will happen? First, there will be no insulation. You consider there will be no insulation. So what will happen? First, there will be pipe thickness, there will be conduction heat transfer. Then, through the airflow, there will be convection heat transfer. Okay? Clear? Now you add some thickness of insulation, but you know for insulating material K is very, very less. Okay? So means your resistance will be increased. So you first, suppose you add 1 millimeter thickness on the insulation. Clear? So when you add 1 millimeter, so what will happen? Your Q of the conduction due to the K decreases. So Q conduction is some amount decreases, but your outer area increases. What will happen? Q convection will be increases. Clear? But so this is decrease, but total add of heat transfer will be increases because your convection will be more increased than the conduction decrease. Clear? Because outer exposed area will be increased higher than conduction decrease. Now you add again 2 millimeter. So your thickness will be then 1 millimeter again 2 millimeter. So this is 3 millimeter. Your thickness will be increases. So if we take for a cylindrical object, so your R2 again more higher than the previous one. So what will happen? Your conduction resistance more, so Q will be again less. So if your Q drop down more, so what will happen? The heat from this surface to this surface, it will be, because if your conduction is, heat transfer will be negligible. So what will happen? It does not flow from this point to this point easily. So how it is convection takes place? Convection heat transfer automatically low down. Yeah. So for this reason, after a certain time, it will be increased. Again, it decrease. Means if you draw the curve, it will be like this. If you draw the curve, it will be like this. First it will be increase, after then again decrease. So this is up to critical radius. Clear?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
আর কার কোন doubt? If you have any doubt. Anyone have any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So basically, remember one thing. So what will happen now? Anyone tell me? Here we only critical cylindrical or spherical object. Critical only consider the cylindrical or spherical object. Why do not we consider the rectangular plate?
রেক্ট্যাঙ্গুলার স্যার এরিয়াটা স্যার চেঞ্জ হবে না, আউটার এরিয়া যেভাবে এখানে চেঞ্জ হচ্ছে।
You see, if this is a rectangular plate, what will happen? Suppose this surface will be contact with the fluid. So you add insulation again over this. So what will happen? The contact surfaces remain unaltered. So basically, there will be no change in the convective heat transfer rate. Yeah. So for this reason, we do not use the critical thickness of insulation for the rectangular surface. It is only used for the cylindrical and spherical. Now for these two surface, we can find out the what will be the critical radius of insulation. Okay. So here we take, here initially you think, suppose this is a pipe. You see, critical radius of insulation basically considered for the outer radius. Okay, it is not the inner. So here you see the thickness of the pipe. So here Ri and R0 is the inner radius and outer radius. We do not consider this conduction resistance because it is always constant because the pipe, only the change in the insulation. Okay, so here we consider only RT to R0. So here you see RT is the basically the outer radius. Okay, and R insulation from this point to this point, then convective insulation, because at this point to this point it will be the conduction, then it will be the convection. Okay, so this term will be R insulation resistance and this is we get ln R2 by R1 divided by twice by K L into, and this is the convective, this is 1 by into A0, basically A0. Okay, but in A0 there will be term twice pi K into twice pi into R0 into L. Here we can common the term twice pi. So from this we get only the A0 and A0. And first we calculate what will be the total resistance. So what is the total resistance? This is Ti minus T equals to Q R1 plus R2. Now for ln R0 by Ri by twice by Ki into L plus 1 by H0 into area, outer area, contact surface area. In your figure, this will be the R0. So, and here we do not consider the inner radius of the pipe, because here it is your constant. There will be no change in the this thickness. Okay. So here basically, if we write here another term ln R0 by R0 Ri R1, if you thickness in an area R1, so R1 by, so we do not consider this. Okay. So now if we common the term twice pi L, this is Ti minus Ta divided by 1 by Ki ln R0 by Ri plus 1 by H0 R0. Now you see in this figure, now Tt, Ta, Ki and Ri and Ha are all constant, because for a particular pipe we choose, and for this particular pipe the inner radius will be constant, and flow through the this is the air flow, so heat transfer coefficient for the air is constant, insulation thickness is constant, so RT, because this is outer radius of the pipe is constant, so only the Q depends only the R0. Okay, because R0 changes, insulation, if we add more insulation, the R0 changes. So we can derivative this resistance total Q instead of R0. So what will happen? dq by dr0 twice pi L Ti minus Ta into, if we derivative this, we get R0 critical. So this term not a zero term, so this equals to 0. Only this term will be the 0, because L is constant, Tt and Ta is constant. So this is not a zero term. So here this term must be 0. So from this we get R0 equals to K by H. So for any pipe, the critical radius of insulation equals to Ki by H, and critical thickness equals to R0 minus RT, Ri, R0 minus Ri, because you see this is Ri and this is the critical radius R0. So this is the thickness R0 minus Ri. So this is the critical thickness of the insulation, and critical radius is Ky. So in your problem, first any problem when you do first you find out what will be the critical radius. Okay, from this critical radius you find out the critical thickness of insulation. From this critical thickness means when you add the insulation, it must be greater than critical thickness. Otherwise, what will happen? You want to control reduce the heat loss, but if you add insulation up to this critical thickness, you see your heat will be increased. So your purpose is not served. So your purpose is to reduce the heat loss. So what we'll do? We add insulation more this critical thickness. So any design, when you add insulation or pipe, first you find out the critical thickness, means what will be the thermal conductivity of the pipe material, and for insulated material what will be the thermal conductivity, not pipe material, insulating material thermal conductivity, and what will be the heat transfer coefficient. So this is K by H0 is the critical radius of thickness of the insulation. Here this Ki basically the thermal conductivity of the insulation, not pipe. Okay. Now if we again second derivative of this dq by dr0, we get this is the minus Ki R0 square plus twice Hi and R0 cube. Again is second order derivative. So from this second order derivative, if we put the value d square q by dr0 square, here we put the value on this thing at R0 equals to Rc, then the value will be minus twice pi Ti minus T H square by Ki. Okay. So basically this is the curve we get, and this must be less than 0. So means at R equals to R is critical, the heat loss will be the maximum. Means the dq by dr0 square second order derivative is less than 0. So at this position we get the heat loss will be the maximum. Now if we draw the diagram with Q versus critical radius, you see this will be the maximum and then again decrease. Okay, so therefore at R0 so we get the heat loss will be the maximum and Ri and less than R0 critical. As R0 increases, and always R inner radius always insulation critical radius insulation less than, and R0 increases Q, so till Q increases till R0 up to R0 critical. Now, if R0 greater than R0 critical, so what will happen? Q decreases. You see, any increase of the insulation will decrease the rate of heat transfer because you see this is the less than 0. Okay, so for pipe, RT is taken is higher than the R0 critical, so that any insulation added will only decrease the heat loss from the pipe. For wire and cable, RT is still lower than the R0 critical. Why? In cable and wire, RT always will keep lower than the R0 critical, so that the insulation added increases the heat loss from the wire. Because main for the cable, what will happen? Current flow. When the current flow, some resistance will be occurred. Due to the resistance, your heat will be increases. But if we heat will be increases, the material will be the wire will be burned. So what will happen? You have to require to lose the heat. So what will happen for wire and cable? We insulated material up to the critical radius. It means your increases the heat loss. So this is the basic operation between cable and wire and pipe. So this is about the critical. So remember this, for cylindrical surface, critical radius of insulation equals to K by H. Okay. If you have to so you have to find out this. Okay. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me.
স্যার এখান থেকে একদম ডাইরেক্ট ডেরিভেশনটা করতে দেয়?
Yes.
মানে কোশ্চেন
first you have to write this. When you do the derivation, first you write this.
Okay.
Then you draw this figure. Then from the figure, you write the Ri is the temperature, Ti we cover with insulation, and at the outside radius of the insulation. So written here it is written. You have to write this. Okay. After that, you have to Ti minus T equals to K into R1 plus R2. So this is your resistance total. So Q equals to twice pi L Tt minus Ta to the total resistance. So now you get science constant. So Q depends only R0. In case K increases, but 1 by H is 0, 0 decreases. So difference Q with R0, you get up to this. You just prove up to this. If you find out the critical radius. And the second order derivative basically for the draw the diagram basically.
এই কার্ভটা করার জন্য।
Yes.
Okay sir. Okay.
Similarly, next class we do the same for the spherical surface, and if you see this for a spherical surface, this is twice K by H. For a cylindrical surface, this is K by H. For spherical surface, this is twice K by H. We can prove from the next class.
Hello sir. স্যার বলছি স্যার অ্যাসাইনমেন্টটা স্যার পুজোর পরে দিলে হবে?
কেন, সবই তো করে দেওয়া আছে, দেখে দেখে টুকে দেওয়া কাজ অলরেডি অনেকে জমাও দিয়ে দিয়েছে, অনেক অঙ্কে তোমাদের তো করেই দেওয়াই আছে।
অনেকগুলো হচ্ছিল না তাই বলে টাইম লাগছিল,
অনেক বন্ধু করেছে তাদের মধ্যে ডিসকাশন করো না, তাহলে তো পেয়ে যাবে কিভাবে করেছে, আর না পারলে তখন আমাকে বলবেন, বলে বুঝিয়ে দেবো।
ঠিক আছে স্যার।
Okay, previous class we described the critical radius of insulation or critical thickness of insulation for the cylinder and why it is required. So basically just we recap this. Basically the critical radius of insulation means for cylinder or spherical surface we can use this critical radius term or critical thickness of insulation term, because it is happened that if we add insulation up to a certain radius or up to a certain thickness of insulation, if we add the insulation, your heat transfer rate will be increased, but main purpose is to do not transfer the heat if we add insulation. So this thickness is called critical thickness of insulation. Okay, so what is the reason behind this? So here you see there will be a cylindrical surface, and over this is the insulation. So if we add insulation, what will happen? So if it shows that your there will be two resistance. One is called conduction resistance and the other is convection resistance. Okay. So what will happen if your insulation K will be less? So what will happen? Your conduction will be less, but because the surface area will be increased, means H is constant, R0 will be increased. So what will happen? Your heat transfer rate to the convection will be increased. So basically, up to a certain area, this is optimized. So from this we calculate the critical radius of insulation. This is for cylindrical surface. This we get K by H. Up to this we discuss. Now similarly for spherical surface, there will be a inner radius RT and temperature TT covered with insulation with thermal conductivity will be Ki, and temperature TA. Outside temperature TA, and here the heat transfer coefficient H. So if R0 increases, XW means thickness, R0 minus RT increases and Q decreases. But if R0 increase, A0 also increases, so then Q will be the, so up to optimum R0, the Q will be the maximum. So similarly, previous to the cylindrical surface, the resistance will be for a cylinder. This is the conduction resistance for a spherical surface, and this is the 4 pi r A0 into H. This is the convective resistance. So we just count the term 1 by pi 4 pi, and so Q will be basically, we can write Q equals to delta T temperature difference divided by RTH. As delta T is constant, so if we integrate only RTH, from this we calculate the R0 critical. So if we integrate, if we derive it, so we get the critical radius of insulation with respect to RA. Okay. So from this we can calculate, this is the R0 critical, so twice K by H. So for spherical surface, this is twice K by H. So remember these two formulas, and you can prove, sometimes prove is come in the semester. So for critical radius of insulation, for cylindrical surface this is K by H, and for spherical surface this is twice K by H. Now we do some problem. So calculate the critical radius of insulation for a asbestos surrounding a pipe and exposed to the room air 300 Kelvin with H 2.8 watt per meter Kelvin. Calculate the heat loss from the 475 Kelvin 60 mm diameter pipe when covered with the critical radius of insulation and without insulation. So we know Q equals to so this is 10 delta T divided, first will be the, what is the resistance for conduction? This will be the ln R0 by RT, divided by twice pi K L plus convective resistance 1 by twice pi R0 into L into H. Okay. Now here calculate the critical radius of insulation for asbestos. First, so we know this is the pipe. So pipe, for this we know RC equals to, what is RC? This is K by H. Now from this you calculate the RC. RC means R0 here. Then your temperature difference, outside temperature 300 Kelvin and inside temperature 475. So from this you calculate delta T 475 minus 300 Kelvin. And L is given, R0 given, R0 you calculate from this. From this you calculate R0. This is also R0 because this is the critical radius. Okay. So and RT is given. This is 60 mm diameter. Convert to the meter. then you find out the Q. We use the critical radius of insulation. When we do not use the critical radius of insulation, then this term will be not present. Then Q without insulation, sorry, Q without, so this is only 1 by twice pi R, then not RT, only RT to H into delta T. Sorry, 1. So 1 minute. So this is delta T by 1 by twice pi RT, because initially this is the cylinder and this is the insulation. So you find out the critical radius, means this thickness or this radius from this formula, and this radius is given RT. So from this you calculate Q. Second case, there will be no insulation, so only the RT. So there will be only the heat transfer to the convection. There will be no conduction because insulation does not use, because this is without insulation. So this is right. Clear? So first we calculate K is given 0.172 watt per meter Kelvin. এখানে একটা স্কয়ার হবে। So an H0 2.8 watt per meter Kelvin, R1 equals to 30 unit, U equals to 0.03 meter, and T1 given 475 Kelvin, T2 300 Kelvin. So first we calculate the RC, K by H. So this is your RC. If you find out what is the critical thickness of insulation, you find out that, because you see this is your pipe and this is the insulation. So this thickness will be the critical thickness. So critical thickness equals to what? This is RC minus RI, R1. So this is the critical thickness, means then 61.43 minus 30 means this will be 31.43 millimeter. This is the critical thickness, not critical radius. So this is the critical thickness. So if you have a problem, find out the critical thickness. So from this you get the critical thickness. Clear? So now you find out the what is the total heat transfer rate. So first this is the answer. Second part, you have to find out the heat transfer, calculate the heat loss covered with the critical radius of insulation and without insulation. So Q with insulation equals to twice pi. If we twice pi K, এখানে দেখো, here this is the not given in the L in this problem. So this is per unit length of Q, per unit length of the pipe. Okay, because L is not given. So we just term ln RC by R1 by twice pi KL. So it is 1 by L. L, if we common the term Q by L, means basically the expression will be, if we write this is twice pi, here will be another term KL. Okay, but because L is not given, so this term basically Q by L. Here also QL by, because here L is not given. So per unit length of the pipe, what will be the heat transfer? So from this, if we put the value, we can find out this is the, you see, up to the critical radius, the heat transfer rate 110.16 watt per meter. Similarly, for Q without this is H0 twice by R1 per unit length into L, because it is per unit length, so this is L is not considered, into T1, this is 92.36. Means you see, up to the critical radius of insulation, if we add insulation, your heat transfer rate will be increased. You see, this is 110.16. But if we do not add insulation, this will be 92.66. Means you see, up to the, if we draw the diagram, so means up to the critical radius, it will be increased, then decrease. So up to the RC, it will be the maximum heat transfer rate. Here, after that, heat transfer decrease. Here, so from this problem, you see up to the critical radius of insulation, your heat transfer rate will be increased 110.16. Now next problem. A tube of 2 cm outer diameter is maintained at uniform temperature and is covered with an insulating cover K 0.20 watt per meter K to reduce heat loss to the ambient air at constant temperature with HA 15 watt per meter square K. Determine the critical thickness of insulation and calculate the, and second one is that calculate the ratio of the heat loss as a first problem. So first one you understand, first you critical thickness. So first for critical thickness, you first find out the what is the critical radius. So from K by H, we can find out the critical, and critical thickness equals to RC minus RT. Means inner pipe diameter. Pipe diameter 2 cm. So from this you get the critical thickness. So this is the answer. Okay. Second part, calculate the ratio of the heat loss from the with insulation to the without insulation. Now we know Q first with insulation. So this will be the delta T, temperature difference, divided by ln RC by RT. Okay, divided by twice pi K into L plus 1 by twice pi RC into L when insulation added. Here, okay, and Q without insulation. What is one? Then Q. So this is delta T one by twice by RC into H. So 1 by twice pi, then only the 30 into L into H. Okay. So now, because you see, if you diagram, this is the RT. This is the your RC. Okay. Now, first condition, ratio means Q without Q with insulation, Q insulation divided by Q without insulation. First case, the thickness of the insulation at the critical thickness means R means R0 equals to RC. And second case, the thickness of the insulation at the insulation is 2 cm thicker than means R outer equals to RC plus 2 cm. So two cases, what will be the Q insulation divided by Q without insulation. So this is the problem. Here, all of you understand? First case, this outer radius R0 equals to RC. Second case, R0 equals to RC plus 2 cm. Again, thickness. Here. So both cases, what will be the Q insulation divided by Q without insulation. So first we find out what the critical radius is. This is RC to K by HA. So from this is 1.33 centimeter. Okay. So critical thickness of insulation, this is 1.33 minus 1, this is 0.33 centimeter. This is the first answer. Okay. Now Q with insulation. So T instead of delta T, it is a T1, means pipe temperature T1 and ambient temperature T infinity divided by twice pi KL ln R0 by Ri plus twice pi R0 L into HA. So if we common the term twice pi R0 L into HA. So this is 1 plus R0 HA by K from this R0 HA by K ln R0 by Ri. Then Q without twice pi Ri into L into HA T1 minus T infinity. So ratio will be R0 by Ri 1 plus R0 HK ln R0 by to the power whole power minus. So this is the Q width by Q insulation. Okay. Just divide this Q width term. You see this twice pi R0 into LHA. এখানে twice pi LHA and T1. These two term is common term. So only R0 term. Here also twice pi LHA is a common term. So only Ri. So R0 by Ri. This upper term divided by this term to the power minus 1. Basically, this is R0 by Ri divided by this. So this is minus 1. Clear? So now, first condition. If R0 equals to RC equals to K by HA, so then Q with by Q without equals to R0 by Ri. So this is R0 equals to RC. So if we put the value R0 by Ri, R0 value, and so this will be the 1.33. So this is the value 1.035. Means heat loss increase 3.5%. Previous thickness means up to the critical radius. Then we increase again 2 cm rather than the critical thickness. So what will happen? You see, then this will be the R0 1.33 plus 2 cm. So this is 3.33 cm. So if we get the Q is 0.83, means it will be heat reduces. You see, up to the critical radius, your heat will be increased up to 1.035 times. Means if we apply it without insulation, it will be increase the heat 1.05 times of the Q without insulation. But means it will 3.5% more increase the heat loss. But for when we apply more than critical radius, means 2 cm more than critical radius, then you see that your heat loss reduced by 70%. Understand the phenomenon? Means previously, means this is your critical radius, then this is the happened. Means suppose this is the RC, and suppose here will be the RC plus 2. Okay, so your heat loss will be reduced. If you again you apply, suppose if you can prove it. If we suppose 3 cm thickness, you say loss will be again reduced. If you 4 cm, you say heat loss again reduced. Okay, so basically you see, if we apply the heat loss to reduce the heat loss, always for spherical and cylindrical, you must add the insulation above the critical radius of insulation. Clear? If you have any doubt, you can ask me. If you have any doubt, you can ask me.